failure site here. Scott's baling. This is his hay. On a place a couple miles down the road from the house. And we've already done 2 little fields. We're almost to get done with this one. I just like that much raking. So this is day whatever it is of making hay, 2024. I can kind of measure it like from the end because tomorrow morning they're gonna mow the last of our first cut. Dakota's supposed to show up to mow it anyway. And Scott mowed the last of his first cut this morning. This field is one that we spread that chunky fertilizer that I'd gotten. It was commercial fertilizer. And I got it really cheap, but it was all chunky and stuff where you couldn't run it out of a regular fertilizer spreader. So we busted it up best we could with the skid loader. Some of mine, I stretched it out with some sawdust, but we spread it with the manure spreader. And of course you get it on really heavy, but most of the places we've got that didn't hurt them at all. Affording to fertilize it really heavy has gotten to be a thing. So, but this has had that on it, and you can tell that there's strips of it that are really heavy. Places where he got it all spread really tight, but there's strips of it that's really thick. You can see some right there where the strip was where he drove. Yellow looking. I could do this a lot better if I wasn't videoing, but I wanted to get some video of this. I had my tie rod end on this tractor come off a while ago. Wasn't turning like it's supposed to. Imagine that. It was that one. See it? Yep, I got it baling wired back together, I do. This got a little shower on it. We had a rain shower yesterday morning. And Mom said we got 6/10 of an inch of rain, so it was good. I mean, that ain't gonna go very far, but it's cooled things down a little bit for a couple of days. They're giving us hundreds next week, but it's summertime, y'all. Like I said, this is June 27th. We're in summer. And it could get hot and stay like this. I kind of hope it don't. It's a lot better for all of my stuff if we have little breaks in it. Then again, nobody asked me, so. Still really happy with my new to me 10-wheel high capacity rake. It really makes the windrows a lot nicer. The one I had just a little bit of slack in the joints on it, and it didn't carry the wheels near as good. And each one of these wheels has the independent spring holding it up, so it kind of carries the wheels better. And we broke out a few teeth, but not nearly as many. We would have to stop in the middle 2 or 3 times and change teeth on that other one. As you can see that, maybe you can see it, that front one right there has a few missing, and it's the worst one of all of them. And I think it's missing 3. throw some little loops in the windrow, it would make a little wad. So your whole windrow was just little wads back and forth, instead of just being really straight and consistent, and it did not bail as good. And the thing is picking it up really good. It doesn't matter if it's heavy, light, in between. It's just picking it up very good, very, very well. Now there is some other things. The other rake I had, you could rake around the field, which is the way we mow. Spend more time with the mower in the hay if you rake around the field. So it'll take you less time to get done. But, and I don't guess we're going to change the way that we mow, but we've had to go to raking back and forth. But like I say, this rake don't care. This one actually makes a nicer looking windrow where you're crossing the swaths of the mower. So. This piece here was farmed at one time, and so it's got dead furrows that run north and south, which turns out to be the way we're raking it. So that works out okay. A little bit smoother maybe. I am just about to get done here. I'm going to work myself out of a job. It's only like 3:15, so. Probably got to go home and fix my tie rod in, but and I got a hydraulic coupler that I need to change the low rate in. Leaking pretty good on this thing. Sure, but I think I can pick all that up with the corners. They're not really corners. Right here's the spot where we dumped that fertilizer out and I picked it up from. Do my raking across the ends, and everything will be happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. This guy only has this property, has his house on it, but I think he deer hunts. So I'd say that's the draw, having this place for him, because he doesn't do anything else with the land, like grow cattle or anything. I don't think he's got but it's less than 40 acres. But there is a heaping bunch of walnut trees on here. I've got some of them for him. They had to put a fence up between him and his neighbor, and he didn't want any walnut trees left in that fence row. It'd be so close to the fence he couldn't mow around it. So, oh yeah, for anybody that's wondering, that's I-44 right over there. Where all them cars are whizzing by. Can't see it real good on my phone screen, but it'll show up on the video. We're actually on the north side of 44 right now, but we live on the other side, but there's a bridge right over there. We just have to drive across that bridge to get back home. One done. See if we can turn around and get the one back on that one. And then we'll just like 2 little windrows. I've determined that if I wait until I'm done, I can catch all of this in 2 windrows. But for some reason, if I go and try to rake the outside ones first and let him bale them, in order for me to get all the windrows straightened out on the ends, I have to make 3 rounds around the field. And this thing does not corner well. You have to drive way out over the corners to get it to pick everything up. This does not do the corners well. So, with the back and forth way, it does fine. So, I guess that's how we're doing it. Attention to my raking than what I'm recording. Sometimes this hay that people give us just really doesn't amount to much, and then sometimes it's a saving grace that keeps you from having to buy hay in the winter. That we'll bale tomorrow. We have been baling it ever since I can remember, or at least part of it. We cleaned it up when I had it rented. Didn't take very much. The old boy that had it had worked on it a lot. We cleaned it up before we could bale all of it. And it's kind of an ongoing process because there's a bunch of small walnut trees where a person has planted a grove of them high-producing walnut trees in there. They drop limbs and stuff. Different owner now. Actually, it's on his 3rd owner. And I think there's been 1 year there, maybe, that we didn't bale that. I rented it from the people that owned it when I first knew anything about it. 29 acres, and they rented it to me for $300 first year. Second year, I got the soil built up to where I made a whole bunch of fescue seed on it. I mean, I got like, I remember, $3,000 worth of fescue seed off from it that year. And then I cut the hay off and baled it, So I told them, I said, I'd like to pay you $500 for the rent on it. Oh, okay. We're good with that. And I had bought their cows. They had gotten elderly and could not take care of them in the winter time. So some of the sweetest people I ever met in my life. Their name was Charles Beck. Old Charlie. He had been a maintenance man on a potato farm in Bakersfield, California for his working years. And then his mother had lived over there. They came back here to take care of her, and she passed away, and then it wasn't about 10 years later or so they put him and his wife went on to be at the Lord. So this has been more jabbering and raking. Stop right here and let him go by me. Wonder if he'll give me the thumbs up. He didn't do it. He usually will. Usually he'll give me the thumbs up whenever everything's all good. Maybe I'm making a real mess behind me and I hadn't noticed. Maybe he's sick and tired of baling hay. I don't know. I'm about ready to go home. I mean, I can live with that way of thinking. If he's sick and tired of baling hay. I don't know, the other two little fields. We'd fertilized this one heavier than we did the other two. And this is the biggest one, but let's see, got 8 bales already. So here may make 15 or 20 bales. But I'm done and going home before 3:30 in the afternoon. Well, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one.